Alright, so why are you not moving, train? Should be looking at this train signal. This should be looking at this, I think. It should be looking to see if it's okay. What I think it's happening is it's trying to look here, and it's not seeing anything. So that means it's confused. And I thought that's what was happening, and that apparently is not what's happening, because that did not fix the problem. This is flashing through all the different colors. I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean it's confused? Is it confused as I am? That fix anything? All right. So what is going on here? Why is this red? This is green here. It's green here. And these are the two paths I think you can reach. I get rid of this. Okay, that works. So there's an issue with this overlapping here. And I'm not really sure how to resolve it, so we're going to make it easier on me by changing the angle here. And I think that will help me out here. Make sure we're not standing on the track, otherwise we might die. And there we go. Okay, so you want to go down, and you can go down, so why aren't you going down? You want to go up, and you can go up, so why aren't you going up? I just don't know what's going on here, guys. I don't know why this is flashing. That might just mean it's very confused. As confused as I am. Let's see if I get rid of this track. Does that fix the problem? Did not. Okay. How about... Oh. Okay, there's that problem fixed. Why are you not moving now, buddy? You want to go home, and you want to leave. Okay. Alright. I understand now. You go to the mine. You stay here. You stay here. And we'll hope the timing is better. Okay, so... I think... No, okay, come on. Why are you guys doing this? You guys are both free to go. There's nothing in your path at all. And yet you are here Very confused. So this should be looking at... I didn't want to do that. Okay, so... I think needs to happen is we just need to redo this whole thing, because it's a mess. It just really is. Why are you still not doing anything, buddy? What are you doing? Why can't you go there? I took off a lot of the lights here. So I suspect there's probably gonna be a crash later, but for now I just want to get the iron set up again. So we're gonna observe here and see what furnaces take it and what don't. Because if they don't take it, then that means that they have iron in them. But I wish there was an easier way to pick it up. There might be, I just don't know the hotkey. Alright. There we go. I think it only went to this side, so... as long as these guys are running, then everything else should be running fine. It's a lot of troubleshooting today, but... hey, at the end of this, we're gonna have a working base. It's one of shift or control plus right click or left click. Let me try. Yeah, I don't see, control and left click picks it up if it's here, if it's in the result. But, I was trying those and it didn't seem like it was taking out from here either. So, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it only works for products, but thanks. Yeah, they didn't imagine people would need that hotkey because they didn't expect people to mess up this badly. But I think we got it all figured out now. The problem is that we're still messing with our rail signals. Oh no. Wait, okay, no. See, this is why we have their filters. So even though this still has iron in it, we're okay. Alright, okay. So so now the question is, do we want to try and fix this now? Or do we want to make sure we want to get our copper up and running? We want to fix it now, I guess. Okay, so how do we want to re-envision this junction here? We need trains to go from here down. We need trains to go from here up. I wanted to make it so they would go onto the same line, and we could be very clever with our rail signals and whatnot. But I think we're starting to get to the point where I'm ready to give in and just make separate tracks for up and down. And I think that will be all we need, actually. So, why are you not moving? There are no trains in your path. Okay, so we're just going to redo this whole thing. We're gonna let these trains get to the base and then cut them off. You go back to the mine. Shoot. No, don't go back. No, whatever. Okay. So what's gonna happen here is we are going to just redo this whole thing. The train system doesn't like when you have the crossover. Even if it's not in the right path, it doesn't seem to register properly, or I just don't understand how it works. So we're going to start from the beginning here. All right, so let's take a look at what we have and what we want to put where. I still kind of want to have it like this. I think this is pretty cool, where we have them going into this one line and then they'll go to the right station. Again, we could make it a lot easier by separating the three, but where's the fun in that, right? So let's try to figure this out. So one, we want to go this way. We'll just bring it out. One, we want to go straight. And one, we want to go to the right. Need to try to make it the same if possible. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so we have that. I'm gonna bring this back up here real quick. And so we're not biased in trying to recreate it in the easy way. We'll just put some rails here for now. I don't know if that'll stop anything, but hey. Okay. So on this line we have copper and oil. Copper wants to go down, or copper will be going up actually. It's going to be going up into this area, coming around, and then going down into the base, and then going back. Oil just wants to go up and up there, and otherwise it's going to come down and around. Uranium wants to get on the line, go up here, turn right, go down. So we want one line to go up and we want one line to go down. That's going to be the easiest for us. So let's just set that down. Let's have our baseline to work with, and then we can figure stuff out from there. So I'm American, so we are going to be going up onto the right side and going down on the left side. That will make it easier for my head to understand this. We also want to change this up as well. I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. Okay. All right. So it looks like when the lights are like flashing like this, or like they were, they just simply aren't working, basically. Okay, so we have our two lanes going up and down. We're gonna go down and do the bottom one first. Set it up, I mean. It's a very long way. So we're running. We're running. Okay, so we're here. And we want this lane, this track, to split. You know, let's just make this super easy on ourselves. We're gonna make this into a loop. I'm gonna just redo this whole area. Make this look nicer. We should keep in mind that I'm going to expand on our nuclear fuel here, nuclear reactors. So I don't want to put a line through here, for example. I could put a rail around it, and that will do nicely, but we don't want to block that area. We do have cliff bombs, so we can get rid of these now. And I think that's what was causing us issues before, so there is one headache gone. Alright. So we're gonna make this a loop so this works properly, something like this. Oops, that's what I want. Problem here is, again, the nuclear reactors. What I would like to do is come down through here and maybe go across the water here. I think that would be possible. And then this would match up to right here and go down. And then when it's coming up, it'll go around and to the left here. So I think that's a sensible approach. So let's go do that. I need to go grab some stone for the landfills that we're going to need to block up that area. Luckily, we have a nice supply of stone right here. And we're actually done making our robot frames, so we are able to make things in our inventory for now. I know we need a lot of landfill. I don't think this is going to be enough, but let's try real quick. So I would like to have the train come through right here. Yeah, so that Just to make this easy, we'll do that, and then it can run right through. So we're going to fill up this whole area with the landfills. And wow, do we use them up quickly. So we're going to need a lot more stone. Let's go to the source. We should have a train. Oh no, we don't. This was too close, so I didn't use a train. So we're just going to do this. And make more. Probably gonna need like 300 or so to fill up what I want. And we'll have a nice scenic route for our train. That'll be nice. Man, this is coming real quick. What a nice strong line this is. Because I'm distilling these three into one line. And I'm just gonna keep making it. Alright. So again, we're going to use these to fill up this area so we can get a train going through it and connecting to that area. And that way we can have a loop and we'll have multiple copper trains like we have multiple iron trains, and hopefully everything will be fine from there. And we're gonna run out, aren't we? I guess this is fine. I kind of wanted to attach it to this part of the train so we wouldn't have any rail issues. So I think I'm gonna continue to do that. So let's go grab more stone. So we're probably gonna need another 50 or so stone, or 50 landfills. It's fortunate that we are not making anything currently, so we could do this in our inventory. Because I would definitely not want to do this if I had to plop down some assembly machines. Okay, so let's hope this is enough. I have my doubts, but we can hope. I want to fill that up. We could easily maneuver around that, but I want to fill it up. Our concrete is awful, but I'm gonna have our land okay. Alright, so that should be good. Alright, we're good to go, finally. So while we're doing that, let's see. Is there anything else that we need to make before I commit to using up all of our flying robot frames? Because we really want this power armor. It'll help us. It'll give us more inventory space. We can use more exoskeletons so we can run faster, and so on and so forth. So let's do that. Oh, we're actually backed up on low density structures. That's pretty cool. We're going to be using a bunch of them right now, but I'm glad to see it. Okay, so there we go. Simple as that. So we have another 600 yellow science on the prowl here, so we'll be good there for quite a while we work this out. Probably gonna need more rails. Should probably go grab those while we're near. Don't think I have them in a chest anywhere, so I'm just gonna grab them off the line. I probably should put these into a chest. But we're not going to. I'm going to extend this down a little bit farther, because I might want to, I'm definitely going to want to add a third, oops, I want to add a third cargo wagon to this train, so we can get more copper going. And then we'll just have the train come around here. This is gonna work, right? No. Okay. Dang it. Okay. What we're going to do is we're gonna set it how we want it. There we go, and that way we don't have to maneuver it through, because I really do have too much trouble doing this. I just want a small curve, but I guess that's not how train physics work. And I guess I will acquiesce. We need to do a bigger curve, I guess. It's too much. Too much. Okay, that. What am I doing wrong? There we go. Finally. No. Did that not connect properly? There. It has this wonky curve here, but that's the best I can do with my skills at molding a track. So that we'll have to do. Okay, then from here we want to do that. Okay, here it is. Okay. Good. We had extra. I'm glad. So now we want to add this to this. There we go. He says while he dismantles it. So that is that. And we are going to make this look a little bit better, I think. Now that we have this going, we can bring it out a little bit better. We'll have a little bit steeper, less steep of an angle. And again, we want to leave space for the nuclear reactor. And I think that's more than enough. There is stone here. It's not that much. It's 1.5 million. which is a lot, but I'm not going to mine from it, so I'm fine with covering it up. Nope. And we're gonna revise this. I want this to curve nicely into our area here. Again, I want to keep a little bit longer of a straight track because I'm considering adding a third wagon, and we need to have that space there. Yes, there we go. So we have a nice loop ready for our train. And now here, we can diverge the two. And we'll just do this. Darn cliffs. Get out of my sight. There we go. Yeah, I could have just added it, attached it to this bottom rail that I'm messing with, but it made it look a little bit nicer. So I'm pretty pleased with that. And we'll do all the rail signals later. Although I probably should do them now, but we're gonna do it later. So as you can see, the hover train is moving because it has a path to go through now. So that's good for that. So now we have to consider the... I was saying we should consider the oil. Which means that I don't need this path at all. I need to connect it to the bottom here. So let's go do that. And it's going to come through the bottom, and then it's going to, we'll have this coming up here, and then it'll come to this track here. So a lot of things that we need to fix. Once it's done, it's going to be amazing, right guys? Amazing. I don't want to have this straight angle here, but I guess we're gonna leave it like this. Okay. There we go. So this is going to be our path for oil. I don't like how that looks, but that's fine. Yeah, so it looks like we got a lot to get rid of here. Fortunately, we still have all these cliff explosives we made earlier. So we can just toss these out and we'll be good to go. This is wholly unnecessary, but here we go. Might as well make the place look nice, right? We have 3 grenades. And there we go. I made the most out of those, I guess. And again, we're gonna just connect the oil track to right here. We couldn't do this before because we didn't have this bottom rung of the loop. And now that we do, we can shorten the path just a tiny bit. That's pretty neat. We could actually do a ton. We could just bring it straight down if we wanted to. We're gonna attach it over here because the reason we made it all the way over here in the first place is just in case we want to expand our base some. And at this point, I don't think we're really gonna expand it too much, but you know, might as well keep to the plan. Less work for me. Excuse me. So, oops. Trying to get rid of the extra there. There we go. Now let's pick these up. Probably should put more curves in these. They're easier to pick up. And they're more fun on a train, right? People love curves and topsy-turvy things. Turbulence. It makes you really appreciate life. There we go. All right. I hate looking at this, but that is the best that I can do with my ability, apparently. So we're gonna have to live with it. Same thing with this. I thought we were supposed to be making this look nicer. All right. Yeah, thank you. So, Control Z, it works. As long as you have robots. Okay. So, we have copper situated. We have oil halfway done. All we have to do is add it to this line, and that will be good to go. Why are you stopped? You are the only one on this line, so you should... You should be fine. Why is it saying no good? Did I screw up here? This is red. Because this is red. Why is this red? This is red because apparently this is treating this whole thing as a track and saying that this is here. So, at least I think that's the issue. So we're going to add our signals. We'll add it to the middle of the track. And we'll add it at the beginning. I think that's where we want to. And then... do we ever want it to go this way? No, we don't ever want it to go that way. So I'm not going to add a rail signal there. I don't know if that's how that works, but that's how I'm going to try to make it work. Okay, so this rail signal is red, even though it's green here. Man, do these things mess with me? I'm just not understanding how the algorithm works here. So I guess I'm just gonna put a rail signal here and that should fix that up. Until it stops here. Oh boy. Okay, so this needs that and that. Good now? See, this just doesn't make sense to me. Why is this red? It reads the next one in the path, right? So that should be this, which is green. I don't understand why this is red. Should I make this a regular rail signal? What? I don't... It's blue. That should... Wait, why is this red? It's... I just don't understand. Game, what do you... Why is this green? I guess it's green because there's nothing here. That's why most people use 2 lanes for trains? No! We're trying to do this. Is there really no way to do this though? I want to make it as simply complicated as possible. The issue here is what I think is happening is this is treating all of this as a track. Wait, this doesn't even connect to this. Sad day. And technically I'm using... It's on a loop, so technically it is 2 ways. Need signals everywhere, yeah. But then it would... Is it sensing itself on the track? Because the only train that's on the track is this one. And that shouldn't be part of this track. Because there's no way to it on this pathway. So is it sensing itself on this track? So if I put a signal here, is it gonna go? All my track is 1 block. So you're saying it is sensing itself. Okay, so okay, we need to make more nuclear fuel cells. Alright, we'll consider moving or changing it up again, but I really feel like this should work properly. Yeah, I see what you mean, but the fact is that we did have this working with more trains. We had several trains on this track, and we just made it slightly better, and now it's having more trouble because it's a loop. Double signals for trains to go both ways. Yeah. I mean, I had it working previously. I just need to set it back up, but I wanted to see if this would work. It might even just be better just to finish this off and not worry about the one train. That way I can get more... I can see the whole picture a little bit easier. Because right now this part still isn't done. And we did have it working. We had it working all one way with less track. So we just need to get, set it down and get through. So let's pick up some of these guys and make some more fuel cells. So we need 235. We're gonna need more 238. And we're gonna need some iron. And we'll let that go for a little bit. And it should be fine. We make 10 each, so I mean this is already a lot of time. So we just need to let this stack go. And by the time this is done, we should have another couple hours worth. Alright, so let's start thinking about what we need to do elsewhere. We're gonna worry about the rail signals afterwards, because that's how I did before, and it worked a little bit better that way. So next we have copper done. We need to work on our iron. So iron is gonna go up. It's gonna hit this, and then I'll put this to this track instead of here, and it'll go down. It'll go down into here, around, down, and into the base, and then it'll go back up. So this one shouldn't require too much changing. We'll just take this off and then add it to this track. And we'll bring this track up here, and then we'll diverge it at this point right here. And that should be good enough. We got a 50 more. I think that's gonna be acceptable for now. Let's store this guy back up here. And we'll put the science in there, and hopefully we can get enough for our power armor. We need 400. We're 20% in. That's pretty easy math, and I don't want to do that. So we're gonna say that we're almost there. We just need this to finish, and then we'll have enough. Okay, there we go. We're back on nuclear fuel. Let's see. So like I said before, let's do the iron. We'll bring this track back up. And we'll bring this track up. Should have brought the car, as usual. So because we connected that, it looks like since it has a pathway, it's going to take it. So that's good, I suppose. Alright, so we'll just connect these two. Again, we'll worry about the lights later. We just want to make sure they have a proper path and it's not too convoluted. The only issue here is going to be for our uranium. We have a path here that's going to go crossing the other one, and that's usually an issue, but I would like to connect these two if possible. The angle's no good. There we go. And then we'll have another. This is the only train that's ever going to be working on this, so this is acceptable for me. I think this will work just fine. Since it's the only train that's on this track, we're never going to have a dispute on this single line. We are going to move this. So the one on the... Shoot. I got confused. We were going to make the right side going up. Still possible. I'd have to change this though. So we are now revising our track and saying the left side will be going up and the right side will be going down. That way we'll have less track crossing, and that's mainly what our issue has stemmed from, the track cross. And we'll just take this, bring it out. And figure out how to connect these two. There we go. So, when this comes down, it'll take this side, it'll go around, bring it down, and continue downwards. And then enter here. And hopefully that will be good to go. Okay, so that's that. We're going to add the copper section right here. And I think that should work all right. but we'll find out. Never get these angles right. Start from here and then move out. So I want that. There you go. Okay, so I think we're almost there. So we just need to connect these two and connect copper to this. Copper will need to cross over here so it can go up. Alternatively, I could, to make it easier, I could have the copper come up onto this line and then move into here. I think I'm gonna do that instead, because I'd like to minimize the amount of times the rails cross. That's where I'm running into most of my issues. Okay, so this is iron. Iron's going down. I guess I can't do that, never mind. Alright, so we're just gonna have it connect here. Again, we should start on the track we want to connect it to first. There we go. So now copper can run up here. Bring it up here, and then we'll have it cross. Let's cross it earlier. Darn trees. Okay, so let's bring our copper down to meet it. Just kidding. We're going to do this instead. There we go. There, it looks a little bit nicer. I know this whole thing looks pretty bad, but we want to make it look nice where we can. Like what is that? Looks awful. All right. So we have, yeah, that's stuck. We're gonna have to fix that, but we're working on it. We'll get our signals soon. So we just want to make sure that it has a general area where it can go. So we have copper. It's gonna come up. It's gonna come up through here, here, come around, come down into the base. Iron is going to come up, left side, down through here, down, and cross here. And having these extra areas where they cross can also help with routing, possibly. We'll have to find that out. So I think we're okay here. We just need to put in our signals and see what we can do. So we have tons of signals to work with. We're going to start from scratch. Make sure that we understand what each thing is doing. This is fine, so I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. So we're going to start here, and we're going to do copper. So, copper is going to be coming up here. It's going to be looking at this rail signal. Gonna need and it's gonna, we'd like it to come up the left side here. Let's make sure that we're not gonna kill ourselves. Alright, so it's here now. What I'd like to know is how chain signals look at the next one. Like if I have two chain signals in a row, is one of them going to act like it's just a regular signal? Because what I would like for this to do is we have a chain signal here, and we have a rail signal here. I'd like this to also look up here. So I guess, should I add another chain signal? Or can I just change this into a chain signal and then it will look at the next one and it'll see that, hey, this is green, so these two should be green as well. I guess we're gonna working on this and see if that works or not. So general principle for me is where you're going, needs a chain rail signal. Chain signal needs to be on the opposite side. Alright. So that's that. So now we're gonna go over here and we need chain signal, rail signal, chain, rail, rail. Darn it. Hang on. Move this down so we can make sure that it's on the right track. Have this be a chain signal. Use R key to switch track signal goes on. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Thanks. Okay, then we want a chain, rail, rail, chain, chain, chain. Then we're going to follow this to the base. And because we're going to have multiple trains on this track, doing the same schedule, we're going to need to let the train stop before it gets into the actual base here. So we want a chain, and we got a signal here. The asterisk. We're still working on this I've gotten rid of all of my signals, and that kind of screwed up a lot of stuff. So I'm refixing everything and retooling the areas here. Building area is looking all right. Because our trains are messed up, I'm not actually doing anything, but they're here. So they're ready for ores. We're just trying to get this to work properly. Yeah, it looks different, but it's not working as well as it did before, which is unfortunate, but it's coming with some progress. So we want rail signal here, rail signal here, chain signal on the opposite side. Okay. Where are you trying to go? You're trying to go over there. Gotcha. So I need a rail signal here. Chain signal here. And I need chain signal, chain, rail, rail. I think this went on the wrong one. There we go. Track this bi-directional but single lane should only have chain signals, or a train can stop on it and block the opposite direction. I am not sure what you mean, but if you're saying that I should only be using chain signals, then that works for me. I wasn't sure, I'm not exactly sure how chain signals work. I wasn't sure if you had two chain signals, do those, say I had two chain signals, for example, like this. Is this one now working as a rail signal because it has nothing to look for in front of it, or is it just not sure what to do? Okay, so if I have, so you're saying if I have it like this chain signal is technically looking at this guy, because these two are both chain signals as well. I think that is what my understanding is. So if I wanted to let's see. Let me reevaluate what I understand about this whole thing. The way that I've been doing it is having a chain signal at the junction before the fork, and having two rail signals on both sides, both forks, both parts of the fork. So this chain signal is going to be looking at both this one, and it sees that this one is green, this one's red, so it's blue. That means that it can go up to the left if it wants to, otherwise it cannot go onto the right. Chain signal before intersection or crossings, and rail afterward. Yes, okay. Cool. Let's see. So what I've been messing up on is for this, the right fork tail should be a chain. Okay, gotcha. I understand. Thank you. That's where I've been messing up. I haven't been understanding how how these work, how this interaction works. Because technically this rail cannot actually work. It can't connect to this chain, this side. So I kind of was just ignoring it. Like I thought it would ignore it, but I guess it doesn't. So I think I'm starting to understand a little bit better now. So thank you. I'll continue working with this. Okay, so they're backed up, I understand that. I'm still working with lights, so that's okay. So if I want this guy to continue, I need this rail signal needs something ahead of it. So it's a little confused, so I need to add another block. I'm going to put a rail signal here and in front of it as well. I'm going to put a chain signal at the beginning and then a rail signal at the end. And that's going to have it so if there's multiple chains on this, multiple trains on the track, they won't overlap, but they will still enter the track so it doesn't block it. And that's hopefully how this will work. I'm going to have to see if it does. Where did that train? Is that the same train? let me figure this out. What's going on? Is this the train I was looking at before? I forgot what, I thought it was red. Do I have 2 copper trains already? Don't. Or I do, it looks like. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna continue to go down this line. A rail signal says, is it okay to park after me? Okay. Okay, is it okay to park after me? So... yes, okay. I think it's coming together. We'll we'll find out. I need to fuel that train up first. Let's go get some. Oh, I do have coal. Not enough, but it'll be enough for it to move at least. And put some wood too. You are right. Good call. Okay. So this one should be moving forward anyway, so it should be good. Let's add. Let's make the schedule work. So we have copper drop off. We want Raiden K Yinchar, and then we want the main base. Didn't name that correctly, and then copper mine. Okay, so that's the plan here. So let's get in. Did I put the rail signals down? I did. Let's go to this guy. And it is no good because I didn't put the rail signals down here. So I want one. Okay, hang on, I'm trying to think here. I think I want a chain signal and then a rail signal at the end of this. And then that way I can make it to here. And then from there, I'm going to continue down the line. We have chain, chain, I've been putting down the wrong one. Ooh. The chain signal won't let it unload if the area behind of the rail signal is blocked with a train. Okay. So are you saying, did I do that right? No, I appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much for sticking with me here. Hang on, let me try to puzzle this out. Yeah. Chain is red, yes. Oh, this chain is... why is it blue? There's only one choice here. Oh, I need... why is it blue? That's weird. Okay, well... mysteries of Factorio. So this should be reading that. Do I have a double train somewhere? Or railroad? Looks okay. I don't know. Let's pretend it was red. So if it was red, then that's saying... so if I make that chain a rail, it should be green and permit a train to unload, but not advance beyond the station. Okay. Because this is saying that this area is open, so go ahead. But then this here is red, so it's gonna stop. So this is just checking this block to see if it's open. Okay. All right, I'm almost there. I think I understand a lot better than I did before. Thank you. So this guy is red. It's checking out this pathway, and since this train is on here, that's why it's red. Okay. Okay. So what are you doing? You want to go back home. You're in the way. So let's go back to main iron. Okay, we're making some progress here. And this should only... low on disk space. Oh no.